On the precipice, the shadow of World War looms. The world holds its breath. A spectre haunts our time, a chilling echo of the past. The possibility of a new world war, once unthinkable, now casts a long shadow over humanity. Global tensions are rising, conflicts rage, the drums of war beat louder with each passing day. Are we on the brink of another global conflict? The question is a chilling one, demanding our urgent attention. We must confront the uncomfortable truth. The world is a tinderbox and the fuse is lit. The world is at a crossroads. The path we choose today will determine the fate of generations to come. Will we succumb to the siren song of war, repeating the mistakes of the past? Or will we rise above the fray, choosing dialogue, diplomacy and peace? The answer lies in our hands. We must find the courage to build a better future together, a future free from the scourge of war, a future where peace reigns supreme. The crucible of conflict, Ukraine and a world on fire. The heart of the current crisis lies in the heart of Europe. Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022 is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace. What began as a regional conflict has quickly escalated into a global crisis. The world watches in horror as Ukraine, once a beacon of hope, is ravaged by war. Cities lie in ruins, millions are displaced, the death toll continues to climb. But the conflict in Ukraine is not an isolated incident. It is a symptom of a deeper malaise, a global system teetering on the brink of chaos. From the Middle East to Africa, from Asia to Latin America, conflicts rage, fueled by poverty, inequality, and political instability. The world is awash in weapons and the threat of violence hangs heavy in the air. The international community seems powerless to stop the bloodshed. The United Nations, once a symbol of global cooperation, is paralyzed by division and gridlock. Nationalism and populism are on the rise, eroding trust and cooperation between nations. In this climate of fear and mistrust, the risk of miscalculation and escalation grows by the day. The nuclear shadow, a spectre haunting the world. Adding to the volatile mix is the ever-present threat of nuclear weapons. The doomsday clock, a symbolic measure of the world's proximity to global catastrophe, sits at a chilling 100 seconds to midnight. The risk of nuclear war, once considered a relic of the Cold War, has returned with a vengeance. Russia's thinly veiled threats to use nuclear weapons in the conflict in Ukraine have sent shockwaves around the world. The world holds its breath, knowing that a single miscalculation could have catastrophic consequences. The threat of nuclear war is not limited to Russia and the West. Other nuclear-armed states, including China, North Korea, and Pakistan, are watching the situation in Ukraine closely. The risk of nuclear proliferation, the spread of nuclear weapons to other states or non-state actors, is a growing concern. The world is a powder keg and the fuse is getting shorter. The international community must act decisively to prevent nuclear catastrophe. We need a new era of arms control, one that reduces the number of nuclear weapons and prevents their spread. We need dialogue, diplomacy, and a renewed commitment to peace. The future of humanity may depend on it. Section 4, Shifting Sands, Geopolitical Recession and a New World Disorder. The world is undergoing a period of profound geopolitical change. The old world order, dominated by the United States and its allies, is crumbling. New powers such as China and India are rising. The global balance of power is shifting, creating uncertainty and instability. This geopolitical recession, as some experts have called it, is fueling tensions around the world. The United States, struggling to maintain its global dominance, is increasingly assertive in its foreign policy. China, eager to assert its newfound power, is flexing its muscles in the Asia-Pacific region and beyond. Russia, feeling threatened by NATO expansion and the West's growing influence in its backyard, is lashing out. The institutions that once governed international relations are struggling to keep pace with these rapid changes. The United Nations, the World Trade Organization, and other multilateral organizations are facing challenges to their legitimacy and effectiveness. The rules-based international order, painstakingly built over decades, is under threat. Section 5. A century of shadows, the weight of history on Ukraine and Russia. To understand the current conflict, one must delve into the long and troubled history between Russia and Ukraine. These two nations, bound by geography, culture and language, have been locked in a cycle of conflict and reconciliation for centuries. Ukraine, situated at the crossroads of East and West, has long been a battleground for empires. Caught between Russia and Europe, it has struggled to forge its own identity. The Soviet Union's collapse in 1991 offered Ukraine a chance for independence, a chance to break free from Russia's grasp. But the ghosts of the past continued to haunt the relationship. Russia, still harboring imperial ambitions, viewed Ukraine's independence as a threat to its security and prestige. The annexation of Crimea in 2014 and the ongoing war in Donbass were clear signs of Russia's determination to keep Ukraine within its sphere of influence. The current conflict is, in many ways, a continuation of this long and bloody history. It is a clash of civilizations, a battle for the soul of Ukraine, but it is also a cautionary tale, a reminder of the enduring power of history and the dangers of nationalism and imperialism. Section 6. Putin's endgame, unraveling the motives behind the invasion. Vladimir Putin's decision to invade Ukraine in 2022 shocked the world. What were his motives? Was it a desperate attempt to restore Russia's lost empire? A calculated move to secure Russia's western border? Or something else entirely? Putin's own words offer some clues. He has repeatedly justified the invasion as a necessary measure to protect Russia's security interests, claiming that Ukraine's government is illegitimate and controlled by neo-Nazis. He has also accused NATO of encroaching on Russia's borders and threatening its very existence. However, many observers believe that Putin's true motives are far more complex. They argue that he is driven by a deep-seated sense of grievance and resentment towards the West, a belief that Russia has been humiliated and betrayed since the collapse of the Soviet Union. They point to his desire to restore Russia's status as a great power, to reshape the global order in its favor.